The final boss, the big baddie, the head honcho, the last guy in the last room with the last battle before the credits, usually has one of the best and most awesome battles in their game, and usually are accompanied by some equally, if not greater, music. And when those two collide, they make some of the most memorable boss battles, and that's what I want to share with you guys today, my top 10 final bosses. Now, this video will be split into a two-parter because it's going to be a kind of a long one, and ain't nobody trying to watch a movie right now. So, in this part, we'll be going over numbers 10 through 6. Now, like most other top 10s out there, here's some basic rules. 1. There's gonna be spoilers. 2. Only one per series. Now, let's get this show started. Starting up this list is one of the first games I've ever completed on my own, and that was Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. After suffering the hell that was Mad Space and Meteor Herd and completing the Hero and Dark story, I was super excited and also super defeated when I saw that there was a last story segment. Excited as hell, I jumped into the final story and worked my way through the end. After a gauntlet of level segments and reaching the core of the Space Colony arc, we're greeted to this ugly thing, the Bio Lizard, aka the prototype ultimate life form. Yeah, this thing was gonna be Shadow at some point. Anyway, after booping its oh so obvious weak point a couple of times, you win the fight. But right before you can celebrate, the overgrown lizard uses chaos control and merges with the Space Colony arc, and really wants to crash the arc into the Earth and destroy humanity. Luckily, Sonic and Shadow ain't having that, and they go super form to stop it. This boss battle starts off the list mostly because it's one of the first times I reached the final boss in a game on my own, without the help of family or friends. Yeah, I was kind of a super casual, but this final boss turned me into the gamer that I am today. Now, enough about me, let's get back to this boss battle. Facing the final hazard, Sonic and Shadow team up to take down this oversized gecko and save the world. This battle gets me excited because of the whole good and evil joining forces to defeat a common enemy thing that they got going on. The battle in itself is not so hard. I mean, you're just dodging a whole bunch of lasers and it shoots things at you. And again, you bop its oh so obvious weak point a couple of times and then you win. Now, what really makes this boss battle super memorable to me is its theme. Live and Learn, easily one of the most iconic Sonic songs out there. As a matter of fact, I think it's the Sonic song. It makes my blood pump and gets me hyper during the fight. No matter how many times I've listened to this song or done this boss battle, I can never get tired of it. As a matter of fact, this is one of the Sonic games that made me a fan of the series. Before, you know, Sega killed Sonic. Anyone remember the great Sony hack of 2011? Well, I do. It was a horrible time for Sony and Sony consumers alike. No online service, lots of people's personal information lost. It really was a bad time for Sony. And to compensate for this, once the issue was fixed, everyone got free 30-day trials of PlayStation Plus and 2 free games. And of those 2 games I chose, they were Infamous and Little Big Planet. 2 games today I wouldn't be a fan of if it weren't for the hack. So, thank you, I guess? But out of the 2 games, we'll be talking about Infamous today. Most importantly, Infamous 2. I love the Infamous series, and Infamous 2 is my favorite one out of the series. And its final boss, the Beast, is actually also my favorite boss in this series. What I love about this battle with the Beast is that this isn't the first time you face him. You face him within the first 30 minutes of the game, and you get absolutely demolished by him. Like, you absolutely stand no chance. Defeated, you run away in search of a way of becoming more powerful, a way to defeat the Beast. And we find the key to getting more power lies in New Moraeus. As we progress through the story, we are constantly reminded that the Beast is making his way to New Moraeus for round 2. This is one of the things that I absolutely loved about the game, just because you never really forget what your purpose is, because you're constantly being reminded of it, and the Beast's presence is never really gone. He's always in the back of your head. He's slowly creeping in on you, and when he finally arrives for round 2, you're more than ready for this battle. You earn the respect of everybody in New Moraeus, and you band together to defeat the Beast. Throughout this fight, you are constantly trying to find a way to power the RFI, the only device that can defeat the Beast. But after finally charging the RFI, we face the Beast one last time, but this time the tables have turned. we are fully powered and ready to kick this guy's ass. After settling everything once and for all and defeating the beast, the game reaches its end, and it's just so satisfying. As a matter of fact, Infamous 2's ending is one of my favorite video game endings ever. To be quite honest, I am not a big fan of the Kingdom Hearts series. I've played some of the games in this series, but I really couldn't understand why people like this series. But I will give credit where credit is due, and I really like Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. The flow of the gameplay, the command deck, and the 3-character story mode were all things I really enjoyed. In particular, I really enjoyed Ventus' story, and his final boss in the game, Vanitas, Ventus' evil half, the darkness inside of his heart. Now, what I really like about this boss battle is that Ventus is kind of the underdog. He's the little kid that always gets pushed away or is never treated as an adult because, well, he's a kid. Ventus' journey in this game is his way of proving that he is an adult, and he is capable of doing whatever he puts his mind to, and that is saving his friends, Terra and Aqua. Ventus is constantly working towards that mission, but Vanitas is always there to stop him and challenge him. As a matter of fact, the first time you face Vanitas, he's such a difficulty spike that it's not even funny. You will lose, he will catch you off guard, and you will die. A lot. But, as you progress through the story, we learn about the evil plans of Master Xehanort, and how he plans to create the Chi Blade, or Keyblade, as you guys want to say. A blade that will quite literally fuck shit up, but requires 2 souls of pure good and pure evil to fight in order to create it. And who are those souls? None other than Ventus and Vanitas. Though the 3 Keyblade warriors, Ventus, Aqua, and Terra, try so valiantly to stop that, the Keyblade, or Chi Blade, whichever one you guys want, is formed. Vanitas forcibly fuses with Ventus in order to become Vanitas. Luckily, Aqua's there to stop Vanitas from using the Chi Blade to fuck shit up. This causes a chain reaction. In the physical world, Vanitas is defeated and subdued. But, in the metaphysical world, Ventus and Vanitas must fight in order to control Ventus' heart and body. Now, what I love about this boss battle is that this is literally Ventus' moment. He is facing his greatest challenge head on, and he has to win for the sake of his friends. When I first played this boss battle, I lost over and over and over again because of the fact that Vanitas is such a hard boss. The fact that he can break your combos by attacking you during them or just flat out countering you, which can get pretty annoying, but the atmosphere of this battle is what really puts it on the list. Ventus has to beat Vanitas in order to save his friends, but also, if Ventus beats Vanitas, he loses his heart, which is kind of the Kingdom Hearts equivalent of dying. Also, the song of this battle, Unbreakable Chains, is quite easily one of my favorite video game songs ever, so, you know, that's kind of a plus. Hard Corpse Uprising. A game that I never really thought I would play if it weren't for my best friend Aldo. He helped introduce me to many games I wouldn't even give a second look at. So, this one's for you, buddy. Hard Corpse Uprising is a game in the Contra series. Despite not having Contra in the title, it takes place before the original Contra. I know, right? The story follows Bahamut, an ex-soldier for Commonwealth, an evil organization run by Tiberius, an evil dictator who is evil, and he must be stopped. To be honest with you guys, the story of this game is practically Tiberius is evil, let's end this man's career. And what I love about this battle is basically its over-the-topness. I mean, in his first phase, you're fighting Tiberius in his human form. This man is flying all over the place doing, you know, catching your bullets. It's really crazy. And then after you beat that, he transforms into this giant alien abomination. Then after that, he turns into this Tyrannosaurus dragon angel thing. The first time me and Aldo reached this boss battle, my drop, his drop, our jaws dropped. And I mean, holy shit, like just look at this. How did this become this? It's fucking crazy, I don't even know. But you know what else is crazy? The fact that this battle takes place while they're descending towards the ground. Yeah, and Tiberius attacks from the background too. I just can't comprehend it. What I do love about this battle is when you destroy the platforms and get power-ups, so it's really like your last stand. Also, the song that plays in the background really gets you pumped. And even to this day, sometimes I play this song in the background while I'm playing fighting games. Me and Aldo would constantly play this game, over and over again. with all the power-ups and upgrades, but Tiberius would always be that one boss throughout the entire game that always gets me pumped. All three forms. Even though I know what they are, they still get me excited when he changes into them. God, just talking about this game makes me want to play it again. So, you know what? I'm just gonna cut this short and go play some hardcores. Okay? Okay.
Hello?
Hello? Aldo? You want to play some hardcores?
I told you not to call me again.
Ah, Sakurai, you god, you. Super Smash Bros. Being the series that you poured your heart and soul into, and it's clearly visible with the new installment that you outdo yourself. I love Super Smash Bros. It's honestly one of my favorite video game series of all times, and with the latest installment, it further cements its place in my heart. Super Smash Bros. Has always been about the multiplayer, not the single player. But if you've ever been bored, or just bought the game and want to unlock all the characters, you go to single player. Most importantly, you go to classic mode, which, like most fighting games, is where you go through a series of battles, which each one getting more difficult as you go on. But at the very end of the road, you fight the big boss. And in our case, we fight Master Hand, a mysterious hand that many believe to be the puppet master behind all our favorite characters fighting. But every installment, Sakurai adds something stronger, something better than Master Hand. In Melee, they added Crazy Hand. In Brawl, they added Taboo, even though he was in Subspace Emissary. And in Smash 4, they added Master Core and Master Fortress. And I absolutely love it. What I love about Master Core is how it gets more forms the higher you are in difficulty, with you getting Master Fortress at 8.0 or higher. Most characters are unlocked at a lower difficulty level or through events and things like that, so you never really have to face Master Fortress unless you want a challenge. And holy shit, is he a challenge! Mostly getting to him, you have to face all his previous forms and your shadow, your true self. I've only beaten Master Fortress once, and it was really a hard challenge. And the whole point of why this boss battle is here on this list is because I love Smash. And I honestly cannot wait to see what the director of the next Smash game, whether it's Sakurai or somebody else, brings out and see how they can top Master Fortress and Master Core. Well, thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen. This video is the first part of a two-part series. If you enjoyed this video at all, be sure to leave a like. It really shows support and gives feedback. Also, don't be afraid to write down a comment of your own favorite list of final bosses. And of course, keep your eyes open for part 2 coming real soon. See you guys, and have a wonderful time on the internet.